Oh my gosh, I am still sweating. It's cold out here, but I'm sweating because I am on TV with my bathing suit on. Why? Why, I tell you? Because of Brittany. It's all Brittany's fault. It's part of Swimsuit Confidence Week, and the idea behind it is that actually we don't have to be a supermodel to look super great in our swimsuits. So joining me today, the brave souls joining me today, Joy Ermy from Weight Watchers, looking fantastic today in your swimsuit, by the way. We said this is the best postured episode we've ever had. And Brittany herself, who invented Swimsuit Confidence Week. And last year, it was the first year that you came up with this idea.
Right.
And talk about it. Let's talk a little bit about the history of this and how'd you come up with the idea?
Well, it's a tough time of year for women. Swimsuit season is tough.
It's a tough time of year.
At the time, I was still wearing my maternity bathing suit, and I was like, I had a 2-year-old.
Right.
So, I mean, it was bad.
Right. You were not exactly buff.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. So I partnered with Land's End, who has a great swim line. We developed Swimsuit Confidence Week with Curvy Girl Guide and Land's End to sort of kind of empower women to get out there and not stay in your t-shirt and inside and get out there with your kids or your family or friends to the beach because it's hard.
And we're scrolling through some of these women and they are looking gorgeous because, and it's shocking how gorgeous they look too, because what we do self-talk wise is so terrible when we put on a swimsuit, right? I mean,
oh, absolutely.
And then when someone else sees it and they go, you look fine. Like I'm looking at you guys thinking you look gorgeous and vice versa, but we're all of us are like freaking out during the commercial.
I'm really wondering how long I can hold my breath.
I know, I can't really talk because I'm sucking it in. Okay, so, and it was the first day, or the first week of it. What kind of response? So the women basically put their pictures on your site.
That was a year ago today. After we put our pictures up, we actually did a press tour in New York. We're on Good Morning America, Daily Buzz, all this really
what kind of reaction?
In our bathing suits.
Yeah, so you're in Times Square in bathing suits.
Yeah, to this day we still get emails about that from women.
What do people say?
Just to see another woman who looks like them in a bathing suit is unbelievably empowering. It really is, because we see these bathing suits on very thin women in magazines that are 6 feet tall and in no way relate to that. So to see a real woman kind of putting it out there, because you can't get much more naked than a swimsuit aside from being naked.
Right, other than naked, and some resorts would allow that, but most don't. So there you are in Times Square, by the way.
Yeah, that was on Good Morning America.
Curvy girls show confidence.
Yes.
So what did they say to you? Did they talk to you on GMA? What are you guys doing?
They were really excited, Sam and Robin. So they were really excited. It was just a really fun movement, and it's gotten momentum. We partnered with Self Magazine this year, as well as Land's End. So it'll be exciting.
If folks want to participate this week, they can send to Curvy Girl a picture of themselves?
Yes, they can send a picture of themselves in their bathing suits. They can post it up on Facebook. We'll grab it there. We can, we kind of collect them all in this great women empowerment post. Yeah.
Okay, and to show folks that they can be themselves. Joy, that's a little bit. What do you hear at Weight Watchers in terms of I can't wear one because, or I can't go here until? Talk about that 10 pounds or 20 pounds from now philosophy that women are stuck in.
Well, we have to have an event. Like today.
Right.
A month ago, when we knew we were doing this, I'm like, oh, that's going to be my motivation, my empowerment to say, I'm going to do everything I need to do so I can wear this bathing suit. And I did nothing. I weigh exactly the same today as I did when you told me a month ago.
I think I'm heavier than a month ago. I think I ate in retaliation.
Yeah.
So that's a lesson to me, though.
Because that's not a motivator.
Right.
I mean, sometimes having a deadline is just more pressure. So what I hear a lot is, oh, I'm going to lose 10 pounds and then I'll wear a bathing suit. And then they lose the 10 pounds, then you find something else that you don't like about yourself. It's like you said in the intro today.
Yeah.
It's time to live. It's time to live. Stop worrying about that 10 pounds from now. There will always be something that you can find to complain about. There will always be something that you want to improve upon. And you know what? Go out and enjoy your life. You only got one chance.
You only got one chance. I was talking to you right after my kids were born. I love swimming. I am a beach girl. I'm a pool person. I love the water. And for years, I didn't want to go out swimming because I didn't think I measured up to what I used to look like or what I should look like. And I cheated myself out of the enjoyment, which is one of my biggest I've been swimming since I was a little kid. I love it. And that to me is sickening. It's sad. And I think so many women do that. You know, do you remember your grandma wouldn't get her hair wet, or you know what I mean?
We go to Florida a few times a year. I have relatives there, and I was realizing the first couple of years of my kid's life that I was not in any vacation pictures, like not a one. It was like I wasn't there.
Because what were you doing?
Taking them or hiding behind like a gaggle of children. And I thought, if something happened to me, my kids would have no pictures of me at all having any of these amazing
Mom was on this vacation, but she refused to be photographed.
Right.
And it's just sad.
Yeah, it was upsetting, and I had to stop. So,
do women feel? I mean, even the women that you see in magazines don't look like that in real life. I mean, if you go to some of those, you know, Photoshop. I saw Rachel Weisz, or however you say her name, beautiful Oscar-nominated actress, and she's been in The Mummy, and she's gorgeous by any standard there is. But even she was in kind of a short dress and a halter top for a magazine cover, and they photoshopped away kind of bumps on her knees. Any you know, her up here was photoshopped. They made her this, and I thought, this is what we're trying to judge ourselves against.
I think the best thing that I saw that really made me realize that we are just real and we're human is there was a time where there was a magazine, and it was the woman who was on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Patricia Heaton.
Yes, and they showed the back of her during. The dress she had on was completely split. She had her body duct taped. They had like grabbed this side of her and duct taped her, this side of her and duct taped her. Her dress didn't even fit on her. They were just, it was just the front to here. It's kind of like what's happening with me right now. And I was like, you know what? If she has to have all this done to her, then why am I worrying about myself?
Well, and interestingly, Patricia Heaton, one of the most popular posts on my blog is that she has no belly button. She admits it.
She has so much
she's
surgery.
had 5 kids, so she's had it all tucked up. And at one point with the tummy tuck, her belly button became flat, and she said, just forget about it. Don't try to reconstruct it. So she has no belly button. Isn't that kind of freaky?
That's not weird.
Kind of freaky, yeah. But, I mean, even she admits that it's not what you think it is.
How are we supposed to know, like, what real women look like if we never see them, ever?
Right.
I mean, we never see them, so I guess none of us really know what we're supposed to look like.
Well, my always feeling is the standard for beauty when I was, you know, younger, I guess in the 80s, was Cindy Crawford. She is God's gift to beauty. I mean, God said, I'm going to make a beautiful person. Here it is, bam. And even she has had, in her 40s now, plastic surgery. So one of the most beautiful people in the world, has tried to age and can't. It's not beautiful the way she looks until she does stuff to her. So I think you're right. We don't see what even the most gorgeous among us look like at their real ages. So, all right, so how do we be confident? How do we go from, I mean, I worked up into this. I thought if Brittany could do it last year, I can do it. We've got our cover-ups on. We aren't doing anything near as bold as what you did last year. So I thought, if you can do it, I can do it. That's what got me, and 2 layers of spray tan. But what do you recommend for real women, whether they're in the midst of their, healthy lifestyle transition, or if they've, what, this is the size I am. How do we go from hiding to not hiding?
I think like just really doing what we're doing. Like if we can put ourselves out there doing that, it really is inspiring. I mean, it may feel kind of
I don't feel like I'm scared
right now.
I'm so scared.
But it is, because they're gonna see you and they're gonna be like, oh, you know what? I look like her. She looks amazing, so I'm gonna put a bathing suit on. So giving them a realistic standard to sort of look to is I think very important.
Is that, I would say,
absolutely. We're real people, and we're real women, and real men have to wear bathing suits, and men are just as nervous about wearing bathing suits. I mean, how many times have you gone with your kids to the pool, or you've gone to the beach, and men have their t-shirts on, and they're you know what, don't be, because we're normal, regular people who need to have fun and get out there and live.
Do you ever notice too, you'll be at the pool and you'll be thinking, I got to sit this way. I'm going to put my sarong on. I need to lay this way. I'm going to back up so nobody sees me from the back. I mean, you're doing all these sort of camouflage things, and then someone walks by who is maybe not even as fit as you, and they walk by head held high, posture erect, and you're like, they look beautiful. I want to be that.
Yeah, you should be showing people how you should be seen. I think that's important. I think it's contagious. First of all, I mean, we're all sitting here in bathing suits right now.
That's what you told me the other day, and I like that. That your own acceptance of yourself has made you more beautiful. Like, you need to see me as good the way I am, and that's the way you see yourself. You present that,
right?
And all of a sudden, I mean, you went from people who gave you all kinds of heck about being overweight to people who they love what you're doing, and you've sort of become a poster child for being accepting of looking good the way you are.
Right, absolutely. I'm very much like accepting of how you look right in this moment. I mean, if you lose weight, fabulous. If you gain it, it happens.
Right.
But right now, you're alive, and you should be doing something about
You're
that.
alive.
And I think especially like at the pool, I think the mentality, especially like in marketing, is that we're looking good for men and we're doing this for men, but I think it's other women. Like, I think other women are the people who judge. We judge each other the hardest. So I feel like I'm actually was for a while trying to look better for other women to feel better about myself, and that was just so backwards. And
a man will look at you for the most part, and like we've had men on the panel before, and they do not dissect us the way that we dissect ourselves.
Right.
But then the other part is the negative self-talk. This is, research has shown that when you criticize, now by the way, this is my whole career making fun of myself. Just talking myself out of a job here, but when you criticize yourself, you belittle yourself, you limit your self-esteem. You shouldn't put yourself down. You shouldn't put your suit on and start saying, oh, I've got this and I got, Stop it in your head. Stop it coming out of your mouth, because it's
called
seeps.
fat talk.
Yeah, talk about fat talk is a bad.
It doesn't get you anywhere. It's totally it just kills your resolve to lose weight. It kills your it's your self-esteem. We think about the vicious cycle. I want to lose weight. I lose 5 pounds. I reward myself with cake, and then I gain it, and then I beat myself up, and I feel bad, and I eat more, and then I gain more. How about we just stop that cycle and we reframe it to something a little bit nicer? Like, you know what? I wore a bathing suit on television.
Right. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And when I go to the beach this summer, I'm going to say, oh yeah.
Nothing's going to be harder than
That's
that.
right.
No,
we're going to be
now.
strutting around the beach this year. All right, so I want to remind people again that Swimsuit Confidence Week starts on Monday. CurvyGirlGuide.com is your source, and it also shows you how to do this. I have my cover up now on, but thanks to Lanzan, I have a beautiful bathing suit on that works for a curvy figure, which I have, and I'm going to take a picture so you'll be able to see the complete bathing suit without my cover up on CurvyGirlGuide.com. All right, when we come back, we need a cocktail. Stay with us.